X team in a sense. B-Rush, man. B-Apps. That's where it's at.
Oh! YOLO B. Bomb is making its way up into B apartments.
Oh, if they had gone full YOLO here, then Felix would have been the only one with a smoke, and that just doesn't stop a push. In fact, no, they are going to slow down, because if they kept pushing, that could have been insane. Crystal is now hearing them walk right on top of him. He's going to walk up. He does not get the shot, and now Felix is in a world of trouble. They're all coming. Backup is far away, and Felix is all alone. He goes down without taking anyone with him, and this is looking great right now for Epsilon.
Yeah, Crystal has been spotted as well, so he's lost that element of surprise. Now it's just going to be, I mean, the run and gun fight here. Epsilon just trying to play the angles, trying to play it safe. Two guys on short here pushing up for Penta, and two in the kitchen. But the smokes are down, and this is actually buying quite a bit of time. And look at Foxio, the flank in the kitchen, annihilates Dennis and Robson both. And Spitty's now going to be the last man alive for Penta, and it's not looking good.
That one move, I mean, GMX with a triple kill, really, really good stuff from him. But I think you're right. That one move from Foxio, getting in through the window and coming up from behind, that was just too much to handle.
Yeah, solidly executed by Epsilon. It's unfortunate that Crystal isn't able to pick up one of the guys coming up from short. I think that would have made a world of difference for Penta. And it definitely would have made Felix's job on the B-bomb side a lot easier. But yeah, that more or less sealed it. And with Epic so managing to get behind all of Penta, that more or less just crushed it.
Yeah, and if Epsilon deciding if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it, because they just go more or less for the same thing. This time nobody on short, they just all go up in one long group there. Nice headshot from Felix with the Deagle, wanting a little bit more. He's going to steal the Galil and goes for the repeat once again. He's just taking rifles away, and Foxio is not really connecting with the shots. Finally going to hit a good headshot in there, and goes for the jump once more. It will be just Crystal left, and he's running away with nothing. Thought maybe he'd stolen a rifle, but no.
That 5-7, man, worth its weight in gold. It seems like it, at least. That's what he's going to be holding on to here. He may have an opportunity to actually pick up a frag as well. He's waiting right around the corner. Did he get spotted? Yes, he must have. And they are going to be able to hunt him down. So no pistol saving this time around. And a very clean round there for Epsilon.
There's a lot of stuff I think that could have gone really well for Penta in that round. But obviously, Epsilon just rushing into an empty bomb site. And really just tough to handle. That B-side push is so powerful, as I think Fnatic have made clear to all but the most ends.
It's definitely very hard to stop, unless, especially when you're down on weaponry as well. Then you're kind of left without too much of a hope of actually doing anything, especially with the nerfed CZ. I think a CZ or a Scout, that could probably do the work, or do the job for you.
Well, they're getting into the bomb site pretty cleanly this time. Once again, just Foxio going down. GMX is going to survive still. Oh, wow. How did none of them kill him? Spitty is now coming back in. He'll finally land a killing blow there. But they do get 2 kills in. I think all GMX had was a Tech 9 anyway. He's up to 7-1-1 as his early game kill death ratio here. So, 4th round finally coming up. And Crystal will go full glass cannon AWP.
I think GMX deserves some kind of achievement for actually using all the bullets in his Tech 9.
Yeah, that is actually an accomplishment.
Like, if you managed to use all 32, that's pretty good. You've been alive for way too long.
Achievement unlocked.
There should be one. It's actually kind of a shame that you don't get more achievement as you go along, right? In the game, you kind of just get the ones that the game is shipped out with.
Yeah, that's true. Should be some follow-up.
So
yeah,
thread on Reddit.
If you're hearing, yeah, add more achievements, because who doesn't like
start a thread on Reddit, achievements to be added into the game. How long can you stay on a pigeon? How many chickens can you kill in a game?
Look at this. Look at Dennis.
Dennis.
This is really big. He's walking around. If he can spot out GMX who's down here, that would be a big opening. But if he takes too long, and he's actually going to completely circumnavigate him. No, he's going to go back down again. GMX, if he goes down and he's supposed to be part of this push, that might just be the end here. GMX instantly gone. And now, yes, they're boosted up into the window room, but Penta knows a lot about what's happening on the map right now.
They must, especially because Robson has managed to pick off Uzi in the connector. Dennis waiting for Scream. Dennis getting a clean double kill here. So that pretty much does it right there. Epsilon, they get canned in this round. Not a whole lot they can do, and they do even know where Biggie is as well. Up in B apartments, he's going to make it down onto the site, but Felix is waiting on short. Instant headshot from him. Nice aim. And that's a very clean round, first round bye there for Penta.
And a bit of a failure, I think, as well from Biggie, unfortunately, because he did kind of give away his position. I think he could have maybe done at least some damage and maybe even got like an instant headshot on Felix running away. So that's just how it goes down from time to time. Sometimes the easiest kills are somehow the hardest ones to get as well. Fifth round coming up, though, but a nice bounce back from Penta. Really important for them.
Especially being able to hold on to that op for Crystal. Him having to go flash count in the first round, now he's able to buy up with armor, he can take more offensive peeks and takes out Scream as well, so that's a great start for him.
And Scream dies because the smoke that was thrown by GMX did not cover the window. That's really, really lethal. Oh, the headshot through Dennis! He actually managed to hit Foxio right through the wooden board plate there in the middle of the board that's gone up. That's incredible. A very low amount of health for him now, but they can still make it in here.
Woo. And Crystal, he spots GMX going, jumping back into that apartment. He knows that there's a man there now. At this point, he has to be wondering. I think they got information that there was Uzi kind of floating around mid as well, but GMX going to look to land that headshot. Not going to do it. Manages to dodge the shot from Crystal as well, so this is really touch and go right now, but the bomb is making its way back towards A, coming on from Pit. There's going to be Uzi there as well, so 2 guys going in through Pit, 1 through A apartments. Now Epsilon need to land the shots.
Dennis waiting down on the site. He's very close. GMX will take him down, and Crystal's missing some very important shots. One more miss. Oh, he goes down. That really gives Epsilon a way right back into the map, and that's going to be the case as well. Biggie will pick up a kill. A huge failure from Penta, unfortunately, because that was definitely their round to win. Now it's all on Felix here. 1 on 3, and unless they fight him one at a time, he should not be able to win this.
Oh, and Felix can't hit the headshot on GMX there. He had the golden opportunity as well. It looked like he had 2 opportunities to land the shot, and he misses both. Pretty much, I don't know, Ven. You know, it feels like that round could be boiled down to Penta just missing crucial shots.
Yeah, they couldn't have asked for a better setup to deal with that A take, really. But if your opera misses, I think it was 4 shots it missed, and that was 4 very doable shots.
Definitely.
I think that's something that Crystal normally hits. As well as I think Dennis from Scyther had a golden opportunity to take out GMX when GMX opted to push out from AAPS. Yeah, so they definitely had the setup. Robson was close by in CPL to potentially back up Crystal as well, but if you don't hit your shots, it's kind of hard to kill people.
I think on rounds like those, it's really that's when it becomes really hard trying to get the team morale back up again, because there's nothing that you can point to say, oh, you know, this was, you know, like a lucky thing for them. I mean, it's just, well, everyone just had like a serial fail moment where nobody could connect with any of the shots, even though we had been given this almost perfect opportunity as a result of GMX actually failing the smoke in the middle, which instantly got Scream killed. It just completely unraveled for them as soon as they couldn't hit the shots. So some sort of pause going on, and I'm guessing we'll be live soon enough. But that's a big swing in favor of Epsilon. I think that was going to be the equalizing moment when Epsilon would actually have had to have eco probably, and it would have been, we could have seen, you know, a 3-3 scoreline pretty quickly.
Yeah, and then we might have seen a similar run to what Epsilon had on their CT side for Penta here on Mirage. Instead, Epsilon, barring some catastrophic anti-eco setups, they should be able to get this upcoming round because, as you said, this ruins everything for Penta. They're completely broke. So they're going to have to eco, and they're not even going to get the greatest of buys in the upcoming round. So they're in a really, really uneasy situation, especially being on the CT side, which is what's the most favored side on this map. So I think Epsilon definitely has the opportunity to just close this game out pretty quickly. And that's a scary thought if you're Penta, especially coming off a round where you've just missed a lot of easy shots. Yeah,
I think that's also why it's so hard to mentally get back in the game after you have a round like that, because you need a sort of an opposite type of round. You need a round where you win an eco round, or one guy gets an ace, or anything like that. You need really a counter round where you swing it back.
Yeah, a big play to boost morale. And well, I guess the pause here in this case could potentially work out well for Penta. They could simmer down. They can get back to being in a focused state of mind, or this could be something that lingers on them. They'll think to themselves that, I just want to, get back to playing because I know I messed up the second round and, or the previous round, and I want to redeem myself, that type of thing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now that we're going back live.
We are getting into it. 6th round is coming up here. Epsilon could have just set themselves on a really good course to take a big lead in this game. Just a couple of pistols on the Penta side.
Yeah, I think that's nearly
Smart choice.
Yeah, smart choice. Eco, hold on to what you can here. Get what you can. I mean, you have invested a little bit in this round. A couple of nades picked up, 5-7 on Spitty. So maybe they can do some damage to Epsilon, but it's looking really rough here for Penta, especially after such a good first buy round. After such a strong 4th round, you're thinking, okay, Penta, they've got what it takes. They can actually turn this around. It's going to go according to plan, and then it just doesn't happen.
Bit of a worrying... Oh, sorry. A bit of a worrying sign for Epsilon, actually, is the fact that, again, they missed the mid-smoke. So, whoever's throwing that smoke for Epsilon does not really know what they're doing at this point.
Well, I think it's GMX the last couple of rounds, so we can try to see if it's him doing it again. Because you're right, that's something we should be looking out for.
Yeah, if Crystal does have his hands on an op, so if he gets the opportunity to roam around freely in mid, that's going to make it really tough for the Frenchman to actually take control over mid.
Are they going to rush B? That would be so dirty. Yeah, they're certainly making the noise here. Robson is hearing it as well. Felix down towards the truck. Robson not connecting, and Felix is just serial flashed in this corner. Now, finally, you can see what's going on. Robson is there to get the 1 kill. The bomb drops in. Backup is being called for, but Foxshow will connect. Felix still hiding here, and finally, they're going to get a couple of kills going in their direction, and they desperately need it. They can't lose this round.
Biggie just killed Foxio as well. That certainly did not help.
I didn't even catch that.
I think he just shot Foxio in the back of the head. So that's a bit awkward when you're trying to manage to. I mean, when you're trying to bring it back, when you're trying to actually, put up a fight. Because Fox and Biggie still had some HP, but I think Biggie, Fox got tapped, and then Biggie kind of jumped in on it, and yeah,
tag teamed with one of the Penta members.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a stand-in, guys.
Yeah.
He has no loyalties.
He's a mercenary.
That's exactly it, man.
But it looked initially very good for Epsilon there. They kind of looked to commit heavily towards the B bomb side, but only one of the Epsilon members actually dropped out of apartments. And at a certain point where Penta had made their entire rotation, you had one guy already up on short, you had the rest of the Penta members either on the B bomb side or in kitchen. You still had 4 players from Epsilon inside of B apps. That you can't do that. What made their pistol round so effective was the fact that they actually got out onto the site and didn't hang around in apps for too long. So they're actually able to get some map control and set up for a somewhat decent after plan. They didn't do any of that this round after having an initially pretty strong push and actually getting an early kill onto, I think it was Robson. So if they push out earlier, and if they ever tried that again, I think they could be a lot more successful than what they were.
We'll see if they have the nerve to do it once again, and we're going to try and see if we can track this mid-smoke, if it's ever going to go up. Last time they didn't really need it, because they were going to rush anyway, but see if they are able to do it. GMX is certainly setting up for it, and I think he's going to be the one on the job. So, yeah, I think it's been him the last couple of times as well. So we'll keep an eye on him.
Well, he's certainly taking his time.
He's focused, really focused.
He's like psyching up himself right now because he's missed 2 times in a row.
Yeah, I feel you, GMX. Maybe he's applying with the architecture.
Timed out?
Yeah, I think it's
Could that be it?
It's the attack.
Oh, well, okay.
He just threw it into the wall.
That's a thing.
That's definitely, I mean, that's maybe the most failed mid-smoke I've ever seen. I think that's as far away as you can possibly get.
The pressure got to him. He didn't even get it over the wall this time.
What are you doing to him?
We did put a lot of pressure on him. Sorry, GMX. That was never meant to be the case, but...
Oh, that was definitely odd to watch. Well, I guess Scream's going to try his luck versus Crystal in mid there. Doesn't quite work out as he gets taken out. FXO is still in a position where he could potentially pick off Crystal if he... Or Uzi is the guy actually seeing how FXO or Foxio got taken out as well. This is falling apart for Epsilon.
Yeah, it definitely is. Seems like a really weird round. It still feels like there's some sort of issue going on because they're just kind of all walking in one at a time. Not really doing too much. Uzi is somewhere over at the middle of the map, and Biggie's single-handedly pushing into B, or trying to at least.
I'm not really sure what happened that round, but that was just a sequence of weird things coming out from Epsilon.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to assume that probably someone from Epsilon got timed out, and we can pretty guess that it was GMX. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
if I was GMX, I would use that excuse at least.
Say it wasn't my fault.
It doesn't look like we're going to be wasting any time here. It looks like they're just going to keep going. So
well, let's see this time, though.
I mean, double Tech 9. Magical things are possible here. Boxeo picks up Crystal as well. This is looking pretty good here for Epsilon.
And GMX misses again.
So it's not cool. Robson, though, they are going to actually have to commit a second smoke to just making sure that window's shut down, but Fox Show is creating all sorts of openings. Dennis waiting right here is going to catch Uzi, and they got to be careful of Robson in here. Scream's trying to get in. Dennis picks up the second kill on Fox Show. He's actually bringing it back in Penta's favor, and Robson's going to come up from behind, takes down Biggie, and will go down to Scream. So now it's a 2-on-2. Felix should be able to come in here and help out. That flash not going to connect, and Dennis is very low on health. That's a nice running headshot.
Yeah, right through the edge of the wall, too. That certainly didn't help things there for Epsilon, or rather for Penta. Now it's going to be a question of Felix, who's working his way in through CT spawn. He's going to be able to take a bit of a fight with GMX. But Epsilon, they just have to buy time right now. They have to try and play the bomb, not expose themselves here. Dennis is slowly working his way out, but Scream has got the op. Is Scream going to land the shot?
He's almost showing himself. Dennis is right here. Scream sees it. Oh, and it's a shot for the box. Scream survives on 2 health with a triple kill. That is about as close as it can get. And we're at 3-6, and Penta, I think, well, one team is going to ask for a pause anyway. That's such an immense round. Again, Epsilon just coming out on top.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that round came down to, even though Scream got picked up 3 kills, I think Foxio was the leading man. He was the MVP of that round for Epsilon. Epsilon messed up the smoke once again, making it harder to actually get control over mid, but luckily for them, they have a pretty good offer on their side, and he managed to pick up those 2 entry frags, and that created all sorts of rotations from Penta that Epsilon were able to take advantage of in the end.
Oh, man. Yeah, apparently they are having some DDoSing issues still, so we're trying to work around that, see if we can't come up with a good solution for it, but currently... Yes?
Okay, my mic hasn't been working for the past couple of minutes. Nice, dude. Nice. Good times, good times. No, I mean, the big point here is that Scream is indestructible. He can't die, but he should only be allowed to have that like once a map or it gets OP. So if he has another round where he lives with like 2 or 3 HP, we're going to have to call in somebody here and like get him checked out.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I think the deciding moment in this first half so far in Mirage is still that one round where Crystal missed all those shots, and I think Dennis or Spitty or whoever it was who was in the A-bomb side also missed a big opportunity.
Dennis.
Yeah, I think for them to recover from that situation is going to be so immensely difficult.
It could definitely come back to haunt them, for sure. Epsilon being on 6 rounds already, and, well, looking at the money for Penta, it's not the best. The Epsilon are in a prime position to put immense pressure on the Germans. I don't really see a way they can come back to it unless Epsilon keep making some slow mistakes. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to be able to adjust and actually land that smoke eventually in mid and, you know, be able to take over mid control and keep working on what's been going well for them so far. And that's going to make it all the worse for Penta, especially when they're not hitting easy shots that they should be hitting.
Yeah, just a quick service announcement as well in case you are just joining us and wondering what's going on. We're just having a bit of a pausing issue here at the beginning of the 3rd map. But after this, we do also have Navi playing ESC in a second best of 3 of the evening, which actually could be a very interesting game. ESC have been playing better and better, it feels like. So we'll follow up on that as well. Don't panic.
I think that's going to be a fun map. I'm assuming they haven't done the veto, etc. yet, so we don't know the maps.
No, I don't think we do just yet. I think they're still waiting.
Yeah, it'll happen right before the match starts.
All right. Well, in any case, it should be a good match. ESC was also one of the teams that attended DreamHack Winter, and even though they didn't get that far, they definitely had a good showing. Hell, they nearly took down Nip.
Yeah, they made Nip sweat. I mean, that wasn't too bad, considering those guys got into the finals. So you were able to take it to one of the top 2 teams of the whole event. That's not a bad showing at all, actually. I was pleasantly impressed.
Yeah, so definitely should be fun to see, and it's always fun to see Na'Vi play. I feel like we don't get to see Na'Vi play nearly enough.
No, I agree. They're an intriguing team, especially on the terrorist side. And we need to keep an eye on how well Guardian is doing, and has he been playing too much Dota, or is it now turned into World of Warcraft like everyone else? Not mentioning any names here in this circle.
I have no idea what you're insinuating, but I'll let it slide for now.
Yeah, you better not. You better not. World of Warcraft, man. I think even Lurpus was tweeting about that, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I'm not preparing for a major. That's my excuse.
All right.
And NBK did win the major, so...
Yeah, but would he have won it twice as much? If that's even a thing.
That's a good question.
Much. Double the prize money if it didn't buy WoW?
Maybe. Maybe they would have actually seen that boost on Overpass if they hadn't been playing World of Warcraft.
Who knows?
There's a chance. Well, Epsilon are keeping it cool. They're being gentlemen and saying that they are sorry that Penta's going to have to wait. We're sorry as well, but it's hard really, I think Epsilon did say they had a VPN solution going on, and apparently that didn't work, so they at least tried to protect themselves. It just hasn't been successful just yet. We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah. For the time being, I guess we can try to figure out what Penta could potentially do to get back into this, because they're most likely, unless they do something they've done actually on the 2 first maps, which is, in a situation like this, they would get an op on Crystal, and then get whatever rifles or pistols they can get on the rest of them, and go from there. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not they opt for a play like that, because that could either bring them back into the match or just lose them the first half outright. So I'm curious to see what Penta decides to do, and they need to do something differently because they've clearly not had a good grasp of what Epsilon are doing.
I would really like to see Crystal opening middle, but very defensively. I don't want to see him taking 2 long fights with Foxjo. Just try to even pick up someone at the corner when they come out. If not, then forget about it. Yeah, just take it slow. Then I'd love to see some pretty aggressive movement, either in the middle with Crystal opening in the background, where you have Crystal opening and then a couple of people push out and try and see if they can get closer and maybe even grenade or flash someone in, or they do something similar over at A Apartments, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking in the same line of thought as you. The one round we saw Dennis pushing aggressively into EAPs, that worked out splendidly for them. Managed to pick up GMX and more or less gave away the entire game plan that Epsilon had for that round. So maybe aggression is the answer, although on other parts of the map than mid, because Crystal has been doing a good job of getting the initial picks in mid whenever Epsilon opt to challenge. So if you could just leave it at that, be happy with the fact that you got the entry frag, then leave the aggression to everyone else on the map.
Yeah, and then the one thing I'd really love is if they prepared every round on the B-bomb side as if though it was going to be rushed down by Epsilon. Because I think that they can't afford to lose. That's such an easy way to lose a round. If you just for a single round think, oh, I'm just going to be alone over here and I'm going to put up a smoke and jump up on the truck, and then by the time you realize, oh wait, they're coming through the smoke, you're already on the truck and you're definitely going to be dead no matter what happens. So yeah, gotta prepare a little bit more. Just pretend they're always doing it and line up accordingly.
Yeah. How about you, Sam? Do you see any way that, or do you see any solutions to the current Penta problems?
New mouse?
DDoS Epsilon?
No, man. Get a new mouse maybe. Maybe the mouse mat's feeling a little sticky.
At first, I thought it was maybe it was a cheeky reference.
Ben,
Could have been.
Come on.
Could have been.
I mean, German, right?
I'm not even gonna start that.
Neither am I.
I'm gonna stay as far as away as possible.
Neither am I. So now Penta. We've seen. Okay, well, it feels like it's just been a couple of really rough runs. The one round Crystal unfortunately misses 4 shots, so that can't happen, right? You need to land your shots if you're going to do anything at all in the game. And then another crucial round, the last one, Scream lives with 3 HP. So, man, you know, it feels like these are coming down to such close rounds, and Penta, there's no go-to thing. It's really just like, land your damn shots. Come on. There you go, Dennis. You take out Foxio at least.
Does some damage as well. Unfortunately, Crystal with the AWP is pretty far away from the action. Finally going to show up maybe 1 second too late. He can't connect with it, and things are not looking good for Penta. They did invest into a crazy AWP solution, and they are now going to have to instead be damn sure this AWP survives. They cannot let go of it.
Foxio finally realizing that something has been changed. Glad to see that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's still just as good, right?
I think the new gun that everyone's going to be raving about is the Tech 9.
Really?
Probably.
Yeah, that's going to be the new horror story of CTs.
Is it the fact that it does 1 billion damage and that there's 32 bullets in the mag?
And they actually buffed it? Like once more? It's going to be fun to see how that plays out, but it's a really strong pistol from the get-go. And then, well, I'm wondering how long it's going to take for teams to start picking up that pistol. You can see Uzi and GMX are already using it. GMX with great success so far in this game.
Yeah, it has a lot of potential. Crystal in the middle. No smoke being put up, and as a result, he's going to be feeling brave, and there's 4 people waiting for him. He needs some backup if this is going to work out. He's going to go and look for underpass. He definitely needs more people here in the middle. Look at Robson. This is scary. They're coming up behind him. Crystal, he hits 1 shot and gets the kills home. Oh my god, that's a way to start.
Okay, I was about to say, you know, Robson has total faith in Crystal right now to keep him alive with how he was playing, just looking into underpass. It's all on Crystal to keep Epsilon from rushing him down. And then Crystal just like one-ups all of us and gets two guys with 1 shot. Okay then, Crystal. I know we've been knocking you a little bit for that 1 round where you missed a bunch. Okay, you made up for it there.
It's kind of like, well, if you're not hitting all, that many shots, you make sure that the ones you hit are as effective as possible.
Right?
German efficiency.
Damn right. Smoke goes off, a classic smoke to try and get into the B bomb site. Make sure no one can easily pick you off as you run out to the balcony and just jump in. But Penta have so many people here and waiting. This is not going to be easy for Epsilon. Uzi does pick up the good opening kill, but Speedy is not quite flashed, and he's waiting in a strong position. Scream will get a kill. Oh, and Speedy almost picks up 2, but somehow Epsilon are in the site at even numbers and are getting the bomb down. I have no idea how this happened, because Penta, once again, should have had such a big opportunity to do this, and they might lose this round.
Well, let's not count them out quite yet. We're into a 1-on-1 now. Scream and Crystal going toe-to-toe. Crystal not going to be able to spot Scream out fast enough there. Scream just standing right behind Van. Finds the instant headshot. Of course, it's Scream. That is definitely a very odd situation there that we just saw.
Extremely sloppy, unfortunately, for Penta. They had the perfect read. They saw the smokes going in. They had 3 people. One of them boosted up on the box here or looking over that one on Chuck, and then 1 up by Catwalk, and all of them should have been able to... That's basically walking into a triple crossfire if you're Epsilon, and more were coming in as well. So there's almost no way they should be able to lose that round, and somehow they did anyway.
I'm just amazed we didn't see any shooting through the smoke into the apartments, because it seemed like they were in the perfect position to do just that, and that would have been a total slaughter. But they tried to play it safe, Penta. They tried to wait until they saw the whites of their eyes, and, well, those whites were shot through with red Anders. It wasn't a pretty sight. It was the last thing they saw.
Yeah, man, that was painful. Now 9-6 is the absolute best that Penta can do, but honestly, it feels like they never recovered from that 4th round. They haven't been playing anywhere near what we saw them play, or even on Cash and Dust 2, especially maybe. But even on Cash, they were hitting better shots. They just ended up losing a lot of entry frags on that map. Here, it feels like even when they're in a perfect position to do it, they're just not connecting at this point.
Yeah, the struggle. It is a very difficult struggle right now that they've got on their hands. And now I'm curious to see if they're going to try and push into T-Pit at all here. Interesting hold here from Dennis. He's focusing more on apartments. He's got to watch his back, but a fresh smoke is going to be able to stop Epsilon from pushing through immediately here. Or is the YOLO real? Yes, it is. Flash leads the way. Great flash. In fact, Dennis totally blind, but he's still getting a kill. Totally blind, and he still manages to pick up 1.
And another situation here that they should not be able to lose. This is a, well, it was a 2-on-3, now it's a 2-on-2. Are they going to challenge once more? They gotta wait and just see if they can't group up properly here. Fox, you up in the apartments. Bomb has gone down, and Biggie's holding inside here. Fox is going to miss the shot, and they're going to try and re-peek him here. He misses, or he fakes it out once and actually forces the shot. Biggie goes down. Fox up here. They don't have a grenade to try and force him out. And there's one in sight, and there's one just trying to cover the entrance here. Crystal takes a quick peek. Foxy gets the shot home. Now it's a triple. He needs one more for the quad, and he's going to get it. And Epsilon win the round, in spite of Penta being on a pretty big advantage once again.
Everything Penta is doing, they're setting themselves up really nice mid-round or midway through the round, because these are pretty quick rounds, and everything is just slipping through their hands right now. They can't do a single thing right, unfortunately for them.
See, this is that moment when I wish there were like sprays in the game, because that is definitely a spray moment where Fox should have been like jumping down on their corpses, getting a spray tag down, like maybe a French baguette or something.
Well, he's definitely keeping up with the, bringing the heat to the Germans right about now. 3 kills already in this round, and this is going to be so hard for Penta to actually retake. Now they're actually in an unfavorable position for once, so maybe that's what they need to actually bring it back.
They're certainly feeling like, it's a good idea to try and go for this. Not so sure, but nice shot from Felix. Right at the edge of the smoke here. Biggie's got to be careful he doesn't stand up into that shot, but either way, they're running out of time, and I don't think they can actually win this round any longer. They can try, but they don't have a defuse kit, so too much time has already passed on the bomb. They do a better job than they did previously when they had the men advantage, so I guess that is something.
Yeah. And from the looks of it, Epsilon are gonna have to pause again, so it seems like, I think it's Uzi who's having issues here with his connection. But it doesn't seem to affect them that much, though, seeing how they're up 11-3 on the less favored side.
Man, I am curious. Now all I have an image of is like a baguette with the scope on it, you know? Like, that would be perfect for all the French hoppers, like Smiths, Foxio.
It's always pretty hard. I mean, Penta isn't the first team that we've seen this happen to, and it's obviously going to happen again and again and again, but it's so hard emotionally even to watch a team like this where you know that they've just been playing so well, and you can kind of even track the one moment in time when it all falls apart for them, and then they just can't get up again. They've just been tumbling ever since, basically, Penta, and Epsilon are really feeling it. They're just rushing into the B bomb site through Catwalk, and they have a great opportunity at their hands here.
Bit of the YOLO play coming out here, but GMX is going to be able to get into kitchen fairly quickly there, flank Dennis, and now it is going to come down to Robson. He does take out GMX, so they do have a chance. Biggie coming in close, though, finds the right angle, and hits it perfectly. 12-3 finish here at the end of the first half. Penta, they've got to be reeling now going into the second. This is going to be brutal. Are we seeing cash all over again here?
No, this is very,
like
very
reverse.
different.
It's a reverse Cash.
Yeah, no, in my mind, this is very, very, very different. Cash was in large part won by Epsilon getting some really good entry frags, and then making some good mid-round calls that left Epsilon in a position where it was hard for them to win it. And then Epsilon also just won some very key rounds. This really feels like that one round where all those missed shots on the A-bomb site, they've had way too many of those where they get into a great position, and it's not even that Epsilon are doing anything sort of super insane to bring it back. Penta just are not connecting with the shots. And at a very basic level, it doesn't matter how good a position you're in, if you can't kill the people coming into you, then that's pretty much it. Now, charging through Uzi in a perfect position. See, that's very cool. Double kill like that, and GMX is going to take down Spiddy as well. And Penta just continuously being shot out. But this was a very cool round from Epsilon. Great positional play from Uzi.
It's going to come down to Robson, basically, fully committing to the murder hole. Not even going to pick up a frag. Scream somehow lives through that. So Epsilon, there we go. Perfect setup now for them to take this map, take this series. This is the third map of this best of 3. So Epsilon now, perfect position for them, 3 rounds away. And what do Penta do? They go for the Force. They go for the Force.
Why not? I mean...
I guess if you can manage it.
What are you going to do at this point? Even if you save, are you going to fight your way back?
You go for an early buy, an early Galil buy?
I think it gave yourself a better chance to win it if you actually wait one more round, but Something tells me that the mindset of Penta is not where it should be as of right now.
I can't help but agree here.
They are pretty feeling a little bit overpowered, though. Good shot from Felix. Tech 9 power all the way. And Dennis is going to defeat Scream over at the A ramp as well. But overall, it is going to be a 14th round here for Epsilon. 1-on-3 situation for Dennis. He's going to fall on top of the toll booth as well. It's a nice place to sit and rest for a while. Will be now 14-3 in a very powerful display from Epsilon. Just given the opportunity, they did not let it go.
No, they took the advantage and just ran with it. They haven't looked back since the pistol round, pretty much.
Should we say Fox ran with it?
Fox has definitely been the leading man for them, especially on the T side, obviously. Getting entry frags left and right, and especially opening up the middle when Epsilon weren't able to set up the way they wanted to.
They do get a bit of a charge on through here. Robson, CSET 75 is waiting, and GMX, last man standing, he gets a blind shot onto Dennis, but Penta will at least win the round. Now they just have another 10 to go before they equalize the score. Of course it could be done. Of course Epsilon can be brought to the same state of mind as Penta was in the first half, but it is going to take a bit of a miracle, and even then some. It's going to be a pretty mind-blowing performance if Penta can do the same.
Well, let's see. I mean, not much of a buy here from Epsilon. I like this. They don't rush things. They don't feel like they need to go for it. They've got so many rounds to play with, so they're willing to give Penta a little bit of a lead on the rope. The question is, can Penta actually get through this round unscathed? And it's looking like they have a bit of the same thing in mind here, just going straight up through connector towards this A site. Now they have to realize that Foxio is holding close. They're trying to bait, and Fox up close is going to take out Spitty. Not going to hit the second, but he stays alive, and that's the important part.
And the rush from Underpass didn't actually kill anyone, but they did a lot of damage to Robson and Felix, so it was kind of successful anyway. Now the bombs dropped here, and Penta, after just giving themselves a bit of a chance, they actually get surprised by Epsilon. So I love the fact that Epsilon did that. That sandwich from A bomb side and Underpass was really, really cool. Now it's just down to Scream, though, and they have the bomb, and they should be, and they are running away indeed.
Yeah, nicely done there. He's going to be able to back off Felix. He's got that bomb. He's got 4 HP, so I hope that he is careful when he comes jumping out of B apartments, but it'd be a real shame if something were to happen to him. There we go. Nice, clean. I don't think you can actually die jumping from B apartments, but if you were to try and jump down into Underpass from short, that would be pretty funny.
I guess it would be the topping on the kick, right? For Penta with how things have gone.
Oh, Crystal. Spot Scream, and that is going to be the kill. So they hold on to the round, only just barely. Could have definitely gone Epsilon's way. Now the Frenchmen are back on rifles once more here. Biggie could probably drop an AWP for somebody if he wanted to, but he's gonna stay alive for a little bit, and he wants the armor as well, so that's fair enough. He is at the bottom of the scoreboard, so I guess if someone had to not have body armor, don't want it to be Biggie.
Well, it could be the sacrificial lamb, right?
Yeah, they could go for it. Just say that's it, you're out. We'll send
we don't
you
trust you
scouting.
anymore.
GMX boosted up on the box there towards Catwalk. He's going to take down Felix for a nice entry frag for Epsilon. And Foxio, he's darting around down in the smoke, just looking for Underpass, not spotting anyone. Dennis gets the shot, and the follow-up with the Tech 9 as well. So they at least returned the kill, which is good news for Penta. More of that, and a lot more of it.
But right now, Penta are in a very promising position to actually take that A bomb site. Biggie, though, bit of a ballsy play here, actually. This could work out either really well for him or really poorly, depending on what Robson and Crystal decide to do here. Seems like they wanted to boost up, but thought better of it.
That's kind of awkward.
And now he's trapped as well. Grenade in once. They do have a follow-up on Spitty, but he's not really close by, so they're going to have to do something else. Robson eventually goes down, but they take Scream in the bomb sign, and that should be a big opening. Another return kill here. It's a 2-on-2. Dennis will miss the shot, but then Spitty's there finally to help out, leaving it all up to GMX here, the top fragger, and they are going to walk right in front of him. Speedy with the triple. It's a double kill for Dennis, so 14-6. And should be another eco round coming up from Epsilon, and seems like that's what they're going to do as well.
Again, playing the time card. They still have 8 rounds separating them from Penta, so still some room for error here. No real reason for them to go rushing in. I'm kind of like, would Epsilon, granted, okay, they go ahead and invest in some PT50s here, but I would actually love to see them go for some aggression, all out, like up into A-apps, rushing into T-pit, that sort of thing.
Right now, the push is on towards the A-bomb site, and almost losing a couple of players too many then. The AWP has been picked up as well on Foxshow, and that's always bad news whenever that happens. But he is fighting against 3 people, and they are just going to overpower him at the end. Felix with the triple this time around, and it's 14-7. It's starting to look a little bit better for Penta, but I mean, that if there is any line at the head at the end of the tunnel, it's really far away, and it's a really, really long tunnel, so I don't know. It is just one slip-up that they need to make here, and Epsilon will probably win the map.
Yeah, they can't afford to make any mistakes at all. And, well, FXO, as you said, he's dangerous to others when he has the off, and he's got it picked up in mid now, and he might be able to pick up Dennis.
Oh, he spots him in connector. Foxyo still lands the shot first. Dennis not going to be able to return, so that's a bit awkward, and then he gets baited out into the middle. GMX was holding on short, looking towards top mid. So Fox was the bait, GMX was the hammer, and he just dropped it right down.
Gonna pick up the following kill as well, and Scream with the double. It's just Speedy left. He gets a great kill through the smoke onto Biggie, but it's probably not going to be anywhere near enough. A follow-up grenade as well, but Fox will take him down eventually. And that's a match and map point right here for Epsilon. 15-7, so now it's 8 straight rounds in a row for Penta to force overtime. That's what's on their plate right now. That's more than the amount of rounds that Epsilon managed to put together. Their longest streak on the first half was 7 rounds. So they're going to have to do even better than that.
It's going to be really tough to do with the weaponry they have as well. I think Crystal needs to come up big with that off for them.
Oh no, it's happening again. The smoke is actually keeping my camera locked in for no reason at all.
Alright, so, well, Fox picked up Spitty from connector. 2 guys pushing in towards connector again. Penta just going for the tried and true, straight up mid, and they're actually going to find Foxyo. But Scream does manage to return from Shadow, and now all of a sudden it's going to spin out of control. Robson and Crystal, last 2 guys alive here, trying to force their way onto this A site. Crystal turns it into a 1v2. He's standing on electric. He's just right next to the bomb, so he can't pick it up, but he's looking to win this game. He wants to find that frag and turn this into a 1v1.
Yeah, camera's back in action again, so that's good news. Crystal now, with the bomb down, is going to be peeking over towards jungle, and he misses the shot on Uzi. He's being stabbed in the back as well. He realizes in time, he gets the shot, turns around for a second. Now Uzi knows. Crystal goes down anyway, and that is the game. Oh, what a crazy 1-on-2 situation there from Crystal. That could have almost been won.
What a shot! That was sick!
Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. It will be Epsilon picking it up in a 2-1 fashion.